guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we're joined by the incredible Rochelle Humes, a member of the Saturdays, one of the UK's biggest girl bands, but she didn't stop at chart-topping success. Rochelle has gone on to become a TV presenter, entrepreneur and author, building an impressive career on her own terms. We're so thrilled to have her here. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to thank you guys. Thanks for having me. It's so nice to be here.
Thank you for coming.
No, of course, my pleasure.
So I want to ask you a question about something that you posted yesterday.
Oh, what did oh, you've got a better memory than me. What did I post yesterday? I'm scared.
So you posted, we're on our way to Dubai to begin a new chapter.
Yes.
Are you moving to Dubai?
I want to move here so badly. I'm like very close. But no, my new chapter is my baby brand, My Little Coco, is launching here this week, which is so exciting. It's been a long time coming and really trying to figure out the market. And it's our 5th birthday back home when I go back to London. And it was just really sort of finding the right time to launch in the Middle East, and that is this week. So I'm so excited to bring amazing baby skincare to Dubai.
Baby skincare, I love it already. Tell us a little bit about My Little Coco. What inspired you to start a baby skincare brand?
Well, I have 3 children of my own, and I was pregnant with my 2nd child actually, and I couldn't work out that you could use some products on, toddlers, but you couldn't use them on newborns. So it was kind of my mission to develop a range that was safe for the whole family and that was incredible products, good for diverse skin tone, for hair care, and bring in that real premium quality to the high street back home.
And can I ask, you're having a media week here to
Yes.
launch it, and are you doing that in other places in the world as well, or why
This
Dubai?
is our first stop. I love
interesting.
Dubai. I spend so much time here. I've got lots of friends here, and they were probably the main reason that they were like, it needs to come here, it needs to come here. And I just really felt that when I was here, that was really missing, that kind of disruptive baby care. And that's what we're ready to do. So I'm so excited.
If we'd ask, what is the perspective of UK people of Dubai? How would they describe it?
I think that's a really good question, actually. I think when I as I said, I spend a lot of time here, and I think ease. I think the way that Dubai is set up, it just makes everything so easy for everybody, and it's obviously weather all year round. That's one thing that everybody thinks back home. They're like, where should we go, Dubai? The people are so nice, so welcoming, and I think instantly you think of luxury.
Luxury, true.
Yeah.
And sun.
And sun. Always sun. And even when it's not like you guys that live here would probably say it's not the warmest at the minute. Exactly that. Exactly that. My friends are like, it's freezing, and I'm like, this for us is wonderful. Like we are.
That's summer.
At home, it's like frosty this morning, and like here, it's just so beautiful. So the vitamin D levels for you guys are always up there. Everyone's happy here.
Actually, we need to take vitamin D pills.
Because you do not, because you've got it. You're blessed.
We never go out of it.
We never go out.
But I do want to jump into the Saturdays.
Yes.
Such a huge group, selling 5 million records in the UK and Ireland alone. Huge tunes like Ego. But if you were to look back on that part of your career and give yourself one piece of advice before jumping into a pop group.
That's a really good question. I look back at that time so fondly, and we just genuinely had a ball. I would kind of probably look back and say, this is just the beginning, because I think at the time it's kind of, we were a group in the days where there was a sort of a different kind of pressure, and everything was based on like visual, and you have to snap back, and this 5 girls have to be perfect. And I think I would probably say to my younger self, like, it's all right, you're going to be okay, and you're going to figure it all out. I think I put a lot of pressure on myself back then to have the answers and, do everything just right, but I couldn't have predicted where my life was going to be now. So I think,
So would you say your perspective changed now from back then?
Oh, completely. And, I've had a whole family since then. So, I think that my outlook changed instantly as soon as I had my first daughter. So, and that was at the time that I was in the group. So it was kind of a bit of a weird time to be in a girl band but be pregnant. It was kind of a bit of a taboo. But looking back, I just wouldn't have changed a thing. And here we are now.
Here we are.
And you've done so much since then. What would you say would be, I guess, your biggest career, personal achievement?
I think for me, launching my own business, I think for me that has been a massive milestone, and to be celebrating our 5th birthday very soon feels like a bit of a pinch me moment. But to be kind of now here in the Middle East is another milestone again, launching again, you know, which is really, really nice and really exciting. So I think, yeah, you know, out of everything I've done, launching my own brand, because I've spent so many years being the face of everyone else's, so to have my own is definitely, yeah, something I'm really proud of.
You've previously been very vocal about representation in the beauty industry. Was there a specific moment or incident that made you realize, okay, it's time to have this conversation?
I think Ladal has changed a lot from when I was growing up, right? There was diverse products on the high street. That just wasn't a thing. You had to go to niche shops to find what you needed. So for me, it was really being part of the movement to make sure that my kids and, you know, that generation of children have that with ease. And it's so interesting because when I first pitched My Little Coco to different retailers, they wanted the whole line and they liked the association with perhaps I hate the word celebrity, but a celebrity face. But a lot of retailers weren't interested in our curly hair products, and that was the reason for me. It was making that available and accessible and the quality that it should be. So it was like, we want this range and we'd love to do something with you, but we don't think people are going to buy the stuff for curly hair. And one thing I was really passionate about was not changing the way that that looked and making sure that was the focus. And it's so funny because the people that didn't want it missed out, because that continues to be our bestseller month on month, year on year. So I think it's always been a passion of mine, and I'm just really excited that I've noticed how it's changed since then. And listen, there's still a lot of work to do to make sure that everywhere is inclusive, but I do think slowly we're getting there.
What are the other kind of biggest personal challenges that you faced in the last, since launching your own business?
Oh girl, how long you got? I think it's really interesting being female in quite a male-dominated world. I think so that the landscape of that took quite a lot of getting used to, and I think being taken seriously. You know, I think when I started out, I've been a real sponge with my team and everyone around me, and I absorb as much as possible, because when I started out, it's not my strong point, right? I've always had someone else making decision on my behalf, and I think it has been something that I knew I could do, but I never had that opportunity. So I think learning on the job, really sort of being committed in that. But I think what's interesting is I walk into certain rooms and people think I haven't got a clue, but I use that as my superpower because I kind of like being the underdog. It's
so interesting hearing you saying like this isn't my skill set, because like you've done so much. And
yeah.
From an outsider's perspective, you're so smashing it. So like, what do you think is your biggest, what do you think is your skill set? Like, what do you think you're best at?
Well, what I'm best at is marketing. I'm best at detail, execution, creativity. That's my strong suit. But I think I don't have a business degree, right? I kind of have learnt on the job, and I think I've learnt a lot, and I know that I'm good at what I do now. But it wasn't what I'd ever trained to do or ever set out to do. It kind of happened, and I've sort of stumbled along it by, you know, being passionate about something and it being a bit of a beautiful accident. But yeah, I feel it's never too late to kind of pivot, and I think that's really important. And I think maybe women aren't taught that enough, that actually at any point you can say, well, why not? You know, why not you? Give it a go. So yeah.
So you've been in the spotlight your whole life, a girl band, and then a TV presenter. Have you ever faced backlash or criticism?
Of course, I think that's the nature of the beast. I think that, you know, you're not always going to keep everybody happy, and I think that's something that you really just have to get used to, and I've definitely got a thick skin. And I know that I'm privileged because I get to do what I love every day. I wake up, and of course, it's stressful, and sometimes I'm like questioning my life choices, but I'm passionate about what I do, and I've always had that fire, and you know, I love it so much, and I feel really lucky that I get to do something that I enjoy so much. I'm sure that you guys, right, you know, when you love your job, it doesn't feel like work, or sometimes it does, but you know, that's the way that I lead. So, but yeah, of course, and there's always going to be criticism, and you're not always going to keep everyone happy, but that's what it's like having a family, right? You're always going to upset someone without knowing, and I think that's the way I take it on.
What was it like launching your brand, My Little Coco? Like, is it like nervous, anticipation? What was the first reactions from the public that you got?
Oh, I was so nervous, so nervous, but just so excited. I just knew that I was on to something, but it was that first week and we were like #1 in hair care and #1, and it was and not just in baby, outside of baby and Boots. It was like a bit of a pinch me moment. However, the real challenge was, everybody bought it, but are they going to continue? And when they run out, are they going to buy it again, or are they want to try something else? So that's been the job, is keeping everybody into it. But what's amazing is we haven't had to do much because the product speaks for itself. So
how did you create a product that was better than anything else on the shelf?
I think there wasn't anything that I hadn't tried, and I think it was really figuring out what I loved about certain things, or what I felt that it needed more of or less of, or I'm the biggest product junkie you'll ever meet. Like, nobody's got a bathroom cabinet like me. My husband, it actually drives him mad. There's a lot going on, but
I'd love to see it.
You wouldn't, because it can never stay nice. Like, even when I think I've organised it, there's just something else that's added, and I love it. It's always, even before all of this, like, my first paycheck would be spent on like finding new. That's just something that lights me up.
Trusted source.
Trusted source. Yeah. Oh, girls, I could talk to you for hours about products.
Well, have to ask, since you're sitting here and you've got off a flight and you look amazing, like, what is your top skincare recommendation? Like, if it's a hack or it's a product, we're here for it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh, getting off a flight, I think it's more about like moving. Like, I feel I didn't do much of it yesterday, which I wish I did. But I'm really that. Last night I was there with my face roller, just loads of like vitamin C works really well on my skin, and I think everybody, it's relative, isn't it? But vitamin C oils, or they work really well for me just for like brightness. But I'm like, I've got a face roller that's like a double-ended one.
I saw you on it.
I did you? Yeah. I'm like, I swear by it, just for like the puffiness and the like.
Yeah, I always struggle with puffy face from the flies.
Oh, you should definitely look into one. And if you put it in the fridge or the freezer and it's cold, it's shocking, but you're going to wake your face up.
Will it fix my puffy feet?
Feet or face? Feet. I've never rolled my feet, but you can give it a go. I'm sure it would.
So, have you ever been given an advice that stuck with you?
Oh, I actually have a podcast that I launched in the new year that is called Ladies Who Launch, and it's been brilliant. I've got to sit down with lots of incredible females. I've had Emma Greed and Jo Malone and lots of different incredible women. And actually, Emma Greed said something that I think is so powerful. And she said that her mum always taught her that you're not better than anyone else, but neither is anyone better than you. And I think it's such a good outlook to have, to always sort of stay humble and grounded, but equally, they're not better than you, right? We're all one and the same. So why not go for it? Why not pursue your dreams? And I think it's actually something that I have then since told my children. So I think it's so important.
It's so nice. Why not, gals?
Exactly that.
People tuning in today, you're launching My Little Coco in the Middle East, so how can they find it? Or if they want to learn more about it, how can they do so?
We are heading straight to Spinneys after this, and that's where we kick off. Which
I love Spinneys.
Everybody that's here loves Spinneys, and so do I. I was like, it's a whole experience, and Mum's World too. So we launch.
Nice.
We're kind of rolling out in lots of places, but the first stop today is Spinneys, which I'm really excited about.
Awesome.
Oh, can't wait to see My Little Coco on the shelf.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you, girls. I'm so excited.
Massive congratulations and best of luck with the launch. And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being on the show. It was nice having you.
Thank you, Massa. And that brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.